What's up, everyone? My name is Trey, and I'm joined by Raya, and this is episode 1, the intro episode of the Billion Dollar Vision podcast. And like I said, my name is Trey. I want to introduce myself. I am a former college basketball coach who loves leading, training, coaching, managing people, who was formerly a CEO of a aesthetic practice, and now the CEO of Bosses in Beauty, the online beauty business platform where we teach beauty business entrepreneurs all around the world how to grow their brick-and-mortar business and therefore change their life. And I will let Raya introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Raya, and I am Trey's fiance. I'm very blessed by that. We have 2 beautiful daughters, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, Serena and Sienna. And I am the partner in Bosses in Beauty, where we, like Trey said, teach beauty professionals all over the world how to grow their business based on personal experience and the investments that we make in our mentors. And we learn from some of honestly, the best entrepreneurs in the world. So I feel like this podcast has been a really long time coming. We've talked about it for a long time. We have a lot of incredible people we want to bring on. But between 2 kids, we finally found the time. So I'm very excited that we're finally recording this first episode.
Yep. And so with that being said, we're going to explain a little bit about how we came up with the title Billion Dollar Vision, what Billion Dollar Vision means to us, and hopefully we will spark you to think about what your billion dollar vision is at the same time. So I'll start by asking you, Raya, what does billion dollar vision mean to you?
So can I tell a little backstory?
Sure.
That goes with this? Okay, so billion dollar vision, it's never been in my dream to become a billionaire. And a few months ago, we had a gifted person come to our house who does spinal network chiropractic on us, which is kind of like energy work. But she's really good and she's very gifted. And what we didn't know is that she's very gifted in other dimensions and seeing the future. And she's been very spot on about a few things. And so we had readings done by her a few months back. And in Trey's reading, she said, what'd she say?
So your backstory is about my...
Okay.
Your backstory.
Okay, I was just getting clarification.
Your backstory is about my life and what was told to me.
Well, because it has to do with it. Okay, so
I don't have a backstory,
basically
guys.
said, well, because it has to do with it. So she basically said...
What she said was, you all will be billionaires. I don't know exactly what business it's gonna be. She said, I'm seeing at this time we had 2 businesses. She said, I'm seeing a third structure, and that's where it's gonna come from, but I'm not sure what that structure is.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, and so that's what she said, but...
So Trey comes out of his office and tells me this, and I'm very big on recognizing limiting beliefs, because that's what we teach business owners on how to grow their business. I mean, we teach them strategy, but we also, a lot of it has to do with really what you believe is possible. And so when Trey comes out of his office and tells me that she said we're going to be billionaires, and mind you, she had just literally told us the future that happened when we went to California and meeting certain people. She told us things that we had no idea were going to happen before they happened. So I believe her, but that had never been in my a goal or a belief or anything like that was possible for my life, our life together. It just wasn't in my view. But that really got me thinking, and it made me realize, I'm okay, is this because I don't truly believe this is possible because it's a limiting belief? And why is that a limiting belief? Like, why couldn't that be possible? And like, anytime you question a limiting belief, the best way to like try to sort of believe it, like to get there, is to look for proof. If you don't have proof, within your inner circle or from yourself, is to look for outside proof. Like, who else has become a billionaire that I could relate to and see that that's possible? And so I started looking at that. And the more that I looked for the proof in other people that maybe came from like humble beginnings, right? Or they didn't have much, or they just had a really simple idea that they sold for $1 billion, the more I believed it. And so it really, to come back to the question of like, what does $1 billion vision mean to me? It's that it's about possibility, because I actually truly believe it's possible now. I believe we can do it together. But to me, it's also not about the financial part of it. It's about the life that we're creating by going after such big goals and who we become in the process. So I think anyone can have a $1 billion vision and anyone can achieve it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Trey. What does $1 billion vision mean to you?
$1 billion vision to me means a few different things. Number one, there are more millionaires today than ever before. And eventually, that means there's going to be more billionaires than ever before, and it's only going to go up. It's not going to go down, given technology. I think 90% of your millionaires are invested into real estate, and 100% of your billionaires are in some type of acquisitions business, right? So there's going to be more and more millionaires whose businesses are getting acquired by billionaires, and the businesses will have valuations where, like I said, more millionaires will become billionaires, right? So I look at that and I say to myself, if we can come up with the idea, eventually it's going to happen, right? I know and if we become billionaires, we're not breaking some type of record. We won't be on the news for setting some type of record. We may be on the news, but it's not going to be like, because we're the first people to ever do it, right? So it's been done before. There's evidence that it's been done before. I can honestly tell you that I want to become a billionaire because I want to be able to do as much good for other people and our family as possible. I want to live the best life possible. I want to provide our kids with the best life. And some people will say, oh, you don't have to be a billionaire to do that. But part of the title's $1 billion vision, right? So even if, as they say, like, shoot for the stars but land on the moon, or vice versa. If we have a vision that we think can get to $1 billion, let's say we fall short, we don't see it through, it doesn't happen for us. If we lay the groundwork, our kids can see it through and they can fulfill it, right? So it's a vision where, and we have the idea, and we'll be rolling that out hopefully by the end of this year somehow, or maybe the beginning of next year. But we have the idea. It's just about us making sure everything is right in order to lay the groundwork. But that's what $1 billion vision means to me. It's about making sure that we as parents, as business owners, strive for the greatest and strive to be the best that we actually can be and not settle.
Or get too comfortable. Because I'll admit, if you've never heard of us before or never met us before, we have built 2 7-figure businesses. We sold one for a 3x multiple recently. And it for me personally, it's easy to want to take a break. It's easy to want to be like, okay, we just sold a business, like, let's relax for a little bit. And I guess my goals are just not big enough. And so sometimes you have to start reinventing your identity. And when sometimes your goals actually might not be big enough that they're like exciting you to get out of bed right in the morning. And like, I'm always excited to get out of bed, but like, am I always excited to go to work? Maybe not. So now I think, especially in the last few weeks, the last couple weeks, I actually would say, I've been really excited because we have a vision that's so big, and I truly believe it's possible. And like Trey said, even if we miss, like say we don't sell for $1 billion, if we sell for 700 million, I won't call that like a failure by any means.
Absolutely not.
And also, you know, for everyone listening right now, when you have a big idea, when you have a big $1 billion vision, you know, whether that's $1 billion or a few hundred million, whatever your big vision is, a lot of times, like when you first have the belief that it's possible, you open up like your reticular activating system to start looking for the ideas, but also the people. And I truly believe that anything is possible because you don't have to be the best at everything. You don't have to know everything. If you just have the right people in place, literally anything's possible.
Yeah, if you have the right people in place, anything is possible. That's for sure. If you have a strategy, anything is possible. It's going to take more than just a dream, right? You're gonna want to have a strategy and a team in order to achieve your goals. And so, yeah, that's what $1 billion vision is for us. And it's about us normalizing the word billion, right? Million is normal. You hear a lot of people talk about million, 7-figure, million, millionaires. The word billionaire is still kind of...
It's almost like cringy.
It's kind of cringy, but it's also like people don't talk about it enough because it's almost like it's not attainable. But I truly believe that the more we put it out there, the more we talk about it, the more people will begin to realize that anything is possible.
Yeah.
Not just being a millionaire, but literally being a billionaire is possible. And obviously it takes time, right? But it's on us as podcast hosts and as business owners to, number one, show you all our process, document exactly what we're doing in order to reach our goals, but also bring you people who have these big dreams and big goals and
that are doing it.
And that are doing it, implementing, doing the work every single day, and have these amazing strategies, right, in order to make it happen. And so that's what we're going to do with this podcast. We're going to bring you people who will educate you, push you, and expand your thinking beyond what your parents told you and beyond what you think is actually comfortable and attainable to help you open up, reach further, not just for yourself, right? Reach further for your kids, for your legacy. And yeah, that's what we're going to do for you guys. And we're excited, and we hope that you tune in, give us feedback. And yeah, you got anything else?
I'm excited. I believe in you guys. And yeah, I'm very blessed.
All right. We appreciate it. And if you can, subscribe, like, leave comments, and share. We appreciate it. Thank you.